Good morning. Good morning. Bonjour tout le monde. Je suis ravi de vous rencontrer en personne. It feels so good to be meeting with you in person this year. I've enjoyed the hallway conversations, and I'll just have to say, Jamie, thank you for your service as president. And Brian, I want to thank you and your team for all the hard work you've done to bring us all together this year. I want to take a moment to express my gratitude for the opportunity to meet with you on unceded Anishinaabe Algonquin territory. And I want to reaffirm the Ontario Green Party's commitment to the truth and reconciliation process and the importance of healing relationships with each other. The Ontario Greens value the work that municipal councils and staff do each and every day to serve your communities, especially during the last 2.5 unprecedented years. Greens believe we need more cooperation and less confrontation between different levels of government. We need more uploading and less downloading of costs onto municipal budgets and the property tax base. We need a new deal for municipalities with a fair fiscal framework and long-term stable funding so you can plan and build responsibly. Ontario is facing significant challenges, and municipalities are on the front lines. An unprecedented health, human resource, capacity crisis that is leading to paramedic backlogs, closed ER rooms, and putting huge stress on our communities and our healthcare system. A housing affordability and cost of living crisis that is making it virtually impossible for the most vulnerable in our communities to make ends meet, and for the next generation to even imagine being able to own a home in the communities where they want to live and where they work. And a climate emergency with escalating costs that threaten lives, livelihoods, and municipal infrastructure budgets. And Greens are ready to work across party and jurisdictional lines to deliver solutions to these generational challenges. So today I want to use my time to talk about the road ahead. And no, I don't mean the 413. I'm thinking about the critically important choices that we as a province have to make together with our municipal partners. Are we going to invest in the people needed to strengthen publicly funded, publicly delivered healthcare so that your residents have the care they need when and where they need it? Are we going to build connected, livable, affordable communities where the next generation can afford to buy a home and the most vulnerable are not forced to live on the streets? Are we going to make the province and our municipalities climate ready to withstand the increasing frequency and severity of climate-fueled extreme weather events, and ready to be a global leader in the new climate economy where 65 million jobs will be created globally this decade alone? You know, it's not uncommon for somebody to accuse me and my party of being too focused on the climate crisis and the environment. But if we're talking about our efforts to reduce the damage that endless commutes have on our pocketbooks, mental health, and economy, I disagree. If we're talking about our efforts to help make municipal budgets more resilient in the face of climate events, I disagree. If we're talking about our opposition to paving over the farmland that feeds us and the wetlands that protect us from flooding, I disagree. If we're talking about our support for job creation in the fastest growing markets in the world, renewable energy, EV mining and manufacturing, bioproducts, sustainable forestry, low carbon steel and cement, then I disagree. I know from my meetings with municipal leaders this week that from shoreline erosion to vulnerable infrastructure, threats to public health, and rising energy costs, municipalities are on the front lines of the climate emergency. So let's work together to reduce these costs and build resiliency. Greens are ready to work with you to build caring, connected, climate-ready communities where we can live, work, and play. Communities that are sustainable, where everyone has access to timely mental health services, properly funded schools with safe, walkable streets, where small businesses can thrive, and people don't have to commute hours to work. Because building billion-dollar highways to million-dollar homes that people can't afford will not build the Ontario we want and the Ontario your residents need. So yes, let's build. Let's build. But let's do it by building better, more affordable, and sustainable road forward. Let's build an Ontario with a stable climate and a prosperous economy where municipalities have the resources you need to support your residents, where the province doesn't impose sprawl or gravel mines on you, or replace good local planning with expensive OLT appeals. Instead of concentrating power in the mayor's office, let's actually quickly build more homes by having provincial leadership to end exclusionary zoning so we can rapidly increase our housing supply without paving over our food security or the $50 billion food and farming economy. Let's build communities that work for people, not speculators. Where the province comes to the table with the dollars needed to build deeply affordable and permanent supportive housing so that everyone has a place to call home, and our downtown businesses don't pay the price for failed housing, mental health, and addictions policy. Greens will work with you. We will work with you to push for stable operating funds to support affordable, reliable transit, along with infrastructure funding to make streets safe for everyone, drivers, cyclists, pedestrians, and people using wheeled mobility-assisted devices. Let's build communities that are connected with affordable and reliable bus and train service, as well as fast-tracking funding for rural and remote broadband. Do you need infrastructure funding that accounts for the rising cost of inflation and the vulnerability and costs driven by extreme weather events? Building vibrant, successful main streets requires that the province invest in people, especially the most vulnerable. Poverty costs this province $33 billion a year. So let's end legislated poverty by doubling social assistance rates. Let's invest in expanding mental health and addiction services, and let's house the most vulnerable with wraparound mental health, addiction, and other supports. These investments will save lives, livelihoods, increase quality of life, boost local economies, and ultimately save us all money. Surely funding these investments are more important than inflated electricity subsidies and license plate gimmicks. So we need your voice. We need your voice to be heard on these issues. And that's why I want to close today by briefly talking about the healthcare crisis. Ontario has the lowest per capita funding for healthcare of any province in this country. That was true with the previous government, and it's true with the current government. So before we talk about privatization, let's actually invest in strengthening our public system. We can begin by retaining nurses and other frontline healthcare workers, repealing Bill 124 so they can negotiate fair wages, fair benefits, and better working conditions. Let's fast-track accreditation for all the internationally trained nurses and doctors who call Ontario home. And while money won't solve all of our problems, let's stop spending it on expensive private agencies and commit to hiring full-time staff, investing in better primary care, mental health and addictions, community care, and housing, so we actually take pressure off of our hospitals. Every homeowner knows that the longer you put off home maintenance and repairs, the more expensive your problems become. Well, Ontario has put off these investments for far too long. We have to act now. We have to invest now. We cannot afford to wait. And so Greens are ready to set aside party politics, jurisdictional squabbles, and get to work on the solutions that our communities need, that our municipal leaders need. And I look around this room, I look around the people in this room, and I see people who are ready to lead, people who are leading. So I believe the municipal level of government needs a stronger voice, more collaboration and partnership, and less downloads and dictates. And Greens are here to help you make that happen. My door at Queen's Park is always open for you to come in and for us to amplify your voice in the legislature. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the work you do. Merci, Megwitch.